गीता हरि गुरु वैष्णव भागवत गीता श्री रूप सनातन भक्त हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे जय प्रभुपादा 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 जय जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवर हारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवर हारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजना यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजना यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन यशोदानंदन व्रज जन
परमहंस परिशिकाचार्य अष्टोधर्षत श्री श्रीमद श्री अभय चरणारिंद भक्ति वेदांत साईं महाराज श्री गोपाद की जय। आनंद कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। नामाचार्य श्री ठाकुर हरिदास की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवास आदि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोपीनाथ श्याम सुंदर राधा कुंद गिरि गोवर्धन की जय। वृंदावन धाम की जय। नवद्वीप मायापुर धाम की जय। गंगा देवी की जय। यमुना माई की जय, भक्ति देवी की जय, तुलसी रानी की जय, समवेत भक्त वृंद की जय, श्री हरि नाम संकीर्तन की जय, ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, इस्कॉन डीवीटी संस्थापक आचार्य श्री प्रभुपाद की जय, गौ प्रेमानंदे. All glory to the assembled devotees. All glory to the assembled devotees. All glory to the assembled devotees. All glory to Sri Sri Guru and Gauranga. Jai Shri Prabhupada. Hare Krishna. Okay. Sit here.
Should I use that mic? If this mic is audible, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
There is more space in this side, so I will request. Can you take this? We will make a small entryway for people to come this side. Okay, so as is the tradition, because when we hear about the speaker, our hearts open up and we'll be able to take in the instructions that are given by the speakers with more faith, with more love and more attention. So for my purification, I just wanted to quickly introduce His Grace Mukundat Prabhu and Her Grace Shri Murti Shri Mataji. Shri Murti Mataji. So yesterday, I think Wednesday, we were hearing how Prabhuji at the age of 14, he decided, he read many versions of Bhagavad Gita. Whatever Prabhupada writes in the introduction of Bhagavad Gita, we can see it in Prabhuji's life. He read so many versions of Bhagavad Gita and he was dissatisfied with many of them. And eventually he found Prabhupada's Bhagavad Gita and he joined. But due to family issues, he couldn't continue there. But then he was mentioning how miraculously he came to Southern California. And then guided by Paramatma, there was no GPS back then. He only knew the address. And miraculously, he just happened to come to the temple. And as they say, the rest is history. But of course, as I was hearing Prabhuji narrate, the many wonderful, in Krishna conscious way, wonderful difficulties that Krishna has put these devotees through, just to show us devotees are unflinching in all circumstances. Prabhuji speaks often about Saturn in his house for 25 years. And day before yesterday, he was mentioning how Saturn usually is not a good planet to have in your. It's not that you choose, but it helped him. I very distinctly remember he mentioned that it benefited him very much. So at the age of 14 he joined, and 51 years later he's still here relishing Krishna consciousness. He is now in Vrindavan, both Mataji and Prabhu, they are in Vrindavan. But once in a while, as it is mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhavadvida Bhagavatas Tirtha Bhuta Swayam Vibho Tirthi Kurvanti Tirthani Swantastena Gadaprita. Just as Srila Prabhupada at the age of 67, he left Vrindavan to give the world Vrindavan. of course, every year we see Mukundat Prabhu and Mataji travel. I mean, I know it's a lot of trouble to travel at the age of 30s, 40s, what to speak of in 60s. Just to please Srila Prabhupada and just to bring Vrindavan and introduce all of us to Vrindavan. Prabhuji has taken this life of preaching. As you can see, Prabhuji is a musical arrow in the astra of Lord Sri Ram and Sri Krishna as well. So without any further ado, I kindly request all of you to, Prabhuji was mentioning in Kali Yuga, everybody has this Swargaloka, what are this called? Apsaras. So we have, all of us have one Apsara distracting all of us. So if I can kindly request all of you to mute, switch off, so that we can have undisturbed session. And kids who feel little disturbed, I request all of you to go stay with your parents or in the back so that you don't disturb the session. I also requested Prabhuji, because many of us are new, so we recently started hearing Gitas. I requested Prabhuji to speak something in connection there. So thank you very much. Let us welcome His Grace Mukundat Prabhu and Shri Murti Mataji with loud Haribol 3 times. Haribol! Haribol! Haribol!
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much for your kind introduction. It's always a great, joyful honor to be here in ISC to speak to all of you. Please raise your hand if, everybody with me? Please raise your hand if you are over 10 years old. Raise your hand. Okay. If you are 10 years or less, raise your hand. So we've got a significant number of below 10s here. Hard to cater to everyone at once. But if they want, yeah. If they feel
comfortable sitting, please. Don't disturb the class.
I have another question, just curious. How many people are here because of Visa Balaji? You don't have to answer if you don't want to. Almost everyone, I know. I've seen them. Visa Balaji. Yeah, a lot of people here Telugu, I think, right? Yes. Kyunki aajkal Telugu ka akraman ho raha hai. IT ka matlab international Telugu hai na. They don't know that when they're going around Visa Balaji and when meditating on their number instead of Visa Balaji, then they're actually part of Visa Balaji's plan, because his plan is that when you get to America by his grace, you're going to meet somebody like Mohotsaha Prabhu in Atlanta, who's distributing, in one day he distributed 5,035 of Srila Prabhupada's books, all to Western people. Here also, it's a great bastion of book distribution by the grace of Vaisheshika Prabhu, who has been invariably devoted to book distribution ever since Prabhupada gave the instruction back in the mid-1970s to distribute his books so seriously. So Visa Balaji has this plan. You're thinking you're going to get the American dream, but he gives you this Vaikuntha dream in the form of Srila Prabhupada's book. So we're very happy to have this audience here today and very happy to have occasion to speak to you a few words about Krishna consciousness. So as always, we begin with Mangalacharana to invoke auspiciousness. Om Ajnanatimidandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapada